What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be throwing on a FMU onto the boosted hard body. Now for those of you who aren't too familiar on what a FMU is, it stands for Fuel Management Unit. The one that I have here with me today is a 10-to-1 FMU. So what that means is for every pound of boost, it increases 10 pounds of fuel. Now I'll give you guys a quick look at what I'm talking about. The original one is called a Vortec Fmu, and those go for around $200. I was going to get one, but it makes no sense if this is just a temporary thing. So I went with the good old eBay JDM Sport. So if you guys want to look it up, there you go. Like I said, this is a 10-to-1 FMU. So what that means is every pound of boost, for 1 pound of boost, you get 10 pounds of fuel. Now if you're going more than, I would say, 10 pounds of boost, I would definitely not recommend this. I would go to the standalone or even a chipped ECU, something like that, but not one of these, because if you can imagine 10 times 10, 100 pounds of fuel pressure increase from your OEM pressure that's already there. So let's say it's 60, PSI in your fuel rail, and then you added 100 more, you're gonna blow your injectors or your fuel rail, and it's just not gonna be a good day. So try to keep this only if you're running on a low boost setting like I am. I'm probably running 7, which I think is even a little too much, but I'm still gonna do it either way. So pretty much how this works is you got your injectors, and then you got your little fuel pressure regulator at the end. You'll see it. I'll show you guys right now on my truck. And then from there, it should go back into the return tank, into go back to your tank. So that is the return of your fuel line, or your fuel system, goes into the feed right here, which is the bottom. So it feeds there, goes into here, and then comes back out, and from here goes into the tank. Now up here you have a vacuum line that goes to your intake manifold, and when that senses boost, that's pretty much what increases. Well, actually it doesn't increase, it stops the flow of fuel coming in, increasing the fuel in your injectors. Now if you buy one of these used, the way to tell what kind of ratio you're running is a 12-to-1 is, I believe, the max that they make. A 12-to-1 has the biggest disc you can get, which is about that big and covers the whole entire space, meaning it's very little for fuel to get through. So this one's obviously a little smaller, doesn't cover up the whole space, but if you were to get a 3-to-1, it would be really small. Let's say like the size of about that big. So just an FYI, if you guys are buying a used one, like an actual Vortec one, which I should have done, you can probably pick those up for 80 bucks and you get a legit name brand one that's reliable, but I didn't. So it has this little diaphragm right here, and I guess I could just take it apart for you guys just to show you what's going on. It came with all 8 screws, but I had to take them out because this doesn't come in there, the little disc. The way you assemble this is you get the whole unit right here, put your disc in first like that. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, and then you get your diaphragm and you put it on top like this, and then you put the hat back on. Now on some different ones, the feed will be right here and this will be the drain, but I believe on this one, this is the feed and this is the drain. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that yet, but by the end of the video, I'll let you guys know, just in case you guys are ordering the same exact one. Alright guys, so the fuel pressure regulator is right here. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but you'll see the line. Pretty much how to find it is you got to find the fuel filter right here, follow that line, that should be the feed to the fuel rail. It should go in, I think it goes in right there on this side, and then you'll see that one coming out of it. And then what I'm going to do right now to get all the fuel out of the system is I'm going to start it up, and then right here, you guys probably can't see because the lighting sucks, it says fuel pump relay. Show you guys right there. You're going to want to pull that one out so the fuel pump stops working in the back, and then you pretty much burn up all the fuel in the system, so when you pop those lines off, it doesn't shoot and squirt fuel everywhere. So we're going to do that right now. And then I also got 2 feet of vacuum line right here. Probably not going to need it, but it's just in case. Got some T's, and then I got 3 feet of fuel line because this fuel pressure, or this FMU, didn't come with any fuel line. Alright guys, so this is the line that goes to your return, so it comes from the fuel pressure regulator and goes into your fuel tank. So we're going to take this one off because where we mounted this, it's not going to fit, or I mean it's not going to reach. It's a little too short. It's like it comes right there. So what I'm hoping will work is put this back in there, and then we'll use this for the feed right there, and then the 3-foot section I got, we can use from the drain of the FMU to go into the drain and back into the fuel tank, and this should be plenty because it's obviously way longer than this one. That was the one that was on there, and this should be plenty for there. Alright guys, I got the FMU all installed. This vacuum line is the one from the stock air intake box right here. If you guys remove this, you know that there's an air temperature sensor on there and there's a vacuum line, and then it goes to the PCV over there. So this vacuum line is the one that went on there. It's actually this one, but I took it off and I just put the new one in the same place. That's like right under here. You can't see it, but that goes into there. And then for the feed of the fuel pressure regulator, it goes right here. Can you put the light right here, Nathan? Yeah. You can see it right there. It comes from there, goes back up this way, and then goes in right there. And then for the return on the FMU, it goes like that, and then straight back into the tank from the, like to go like to your tank. Yeah. And then, so what I did is for the drain, I used the 3-foot section that I got, and I cut that. And that's what goes back down to the tank. And then for the feed for the FMU, I got the drain that was originally the one coming from the fuel pressure regulator. I don't know if that really makes a lot of sense, but you kind of get the point of it. And then we're having some issues right now where it's like it's not idling smooth, and that's one because there's probably a bunch of boost leaks. These aren't like, they're clamped down all the way, but they're probably still leaking everywhere. And then this box, I haven't even really finished it, so this also leaks air. I know it leaks air, I haven't finished it. And then the air temperature sensor, I'm pretty sure that messes with the idle, so I'm going to try to tap that into this box. Like I said, nothing's done yet, it's just kind of slowly being pieced together. So I was editing this video and I found out that I just completely stopped recording, and I didn't really record any of the other things I did after the clip you guys just saw. So I'm gonna quickly go over everything I ended up doing and what I told you guys I was wrong. The whole time, I don't know why, but I said that the feed was the return, the return was the feed. I don't know why I said that. That was really dumb of me to say, but I'm gonna quickly show you guys what I did and how it is all set up right here. Don't worry, the little box isn't on. I am not driving the truck, so don't worry about that. But right here, you have your fuel pressure regulator right there, the stock one. Goes to the return, and then from the return, it's this line right here that goes into the feed of this, which is this one right here. And then the drain from this one goes like this back into the tank. So the 3-foot section I ended up using goes from the drain of the FMU right here down to the return to the hard line. And then this feed for the FMU is the existing line that was going from the stock return line from the hard line down to the hard line. It was just this little piece right here. I ended up using that for the feed for the FMU, and then using the 3-foot section right there. And then for the vacuum line, I just have it plugged in right here on the side, but I did have it plugged in over here where the stock vacuum line was for the little intake box. I'm still working on the intake box, but that's pretty much how I have it set up. So that's pretty much how you guys install an FMU on a hard body. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.